Hey, I know it's been I know I don't, I talked about one video, uh, a few days ago, well actually it was a few months ago now, about, consistency, and, how to make it as a big YouTube star, but, not a big YouTube star, whatever. Um, and, I was thinking about it today, and, it doesn't make any sense, and my Xbox is down, and this is the only reason why I'm on the computer. Because my internet is down. It's the only internet I have, and I got tired of watching videos, so I was like, oh, I guess I'll make my own video. But yeah, I um, what I usually do on my computer is why I bought this computer in the first place. Specifically, the cheapest computer I can find to play World of Warcraft. Now, I have World of Warcraft on here, but they've come up with so many updates that now I can't play games on it. I mean, I used to have problems with raids sometimes whenever I used to get into those 25-man raids, but now that the new Cataclysm is out, they upped the graphics a whole bunch. I can't get on anymore, and every time I start downloading, software, my computer will freeze up. It'll give me the blue screen of death, and then I can't play Warcraft. And the other day I was trying to download it, and I got it to where it was like green and stuff. Now I'm stuck in this one part where it's like only got like a little bit left, and every time I turn on World of Warcraft, it freezes up and it goes to the blue screen of death, and yeah, it sucks. It really sucks. But the thing about it is not only that it's just disappointing, but a lot of times when I'm playing, because I have played Cataclysm when it was first out, before they put all those updates that made my computer crash, um, I was playing Cataclysm, and it was fun, I suppose, but it was fun to play a new game, new content, new armor. I got a character up to 85, but I have 9 characters, and I don't feel like it had as much replay value as before. It's getting like really repetitive, um, and leveling. I started playing after the Burning Crusade, and I really liked Lynch King, and I had a bomb computer to play Lynch King, and but then my computer got broken. I broke my computer, and now I had to find a replacement laptop. So this is my laptop, and it moves slow as shit, but I could still do instances. I could do 10-man raids, but I couldn't do the 25. So that kind of sucked. That means I missed out on a lot of good gear as well. But now, well, this rant is about World of Warcraft, and aside from my personal use of World of Warcraft, I'm gonna go on to the what I think some people will agree with me with. From Warcraft, the game, everything was leading up to this big, dark entity, the Lich King. This former prince of Lordaeron that everybody knew about. They killed the king of Lordaeron and gave the city, well, they didn't give the city to the undead. But the Forsaken took it, but the Forsaken were made these creatures, and, there was a huge buildup of just going up to the Lich King and, these undead. And then when the Lich King was about to come out, it was this big climactic thing, and everybody just, everybody knew about it. I mean, the more you got up to the story, the more it made you want to read the lore about, World of Warcraft, and which, actually, before I started, I actually read this book called Lord of the Clans, which was about Thrall. It's the reason why I went Horde, and I've always been Horde, all throughout the game. And I would never even think about going Alliance. But when I started finding out when I was playing Burning Crusade, and I heard about this Lich King, I wanted to know a few things about him, and I watched a lot of the videos about Arthas, and I was like, oh man, I want to play Undead, because I was playing Orc Hunter, but now I'm playing an Undead Mage. So now I built up this story about my character John, which is why I play the games, because I like role playing, and I'm not on a role playing server because that's lame, but it's still fun to just role play as him, as he is. But now we have Cataclysm. The Lich King is dead, and all that climactic, you know, paraphernalia that I was feeling is gone. It's like, oh man, beat the game. The Lich King is dead. Well, I haven't personally beat the Lich King, but yeah, I've met people who have, and I've met people who, and I've seen the videos of the Lich King dying. So Lich King is dead. Everything that Blizzard had brought to a climax just went downhill, and and to be honest with you, that's a great way to end the game. I mean, you save the world from the Lich King. Everybody, all the adventurers, they save the world, and now the world is going to go back. But Cataclysm changed a few things that I don't know if they should have. They changed the old places and made them all better or newer or add more content or new quests. If you wanted to make a game better, you can improve on the gameplay instead of switching. See, I like to play games, but I don't want it to feel like work. I like Final Fantasy. I like role-playing games. I like games with a lot of cinematics. Maybe it's just new, but I start playing games, and if there's good cinematics, that keeps me in the game. And even when I'm frustrated and don't want to continue, I know the storyline isn't going to continue. And I know the storyline isn't going to continue. I'll keep playing that game because I want to know what happens. Like, that's the reason why I put like 50 hours into Final Fantasy 13. But I don't really want to kill Omega because he has nothing to do with the story. Final Fantasy 7. I use that as a great analogy. I mean, those weapons. There were 3. Even when you beat Sephiroth, he opened up all those weapons, and now these weapons were running amok, and they've already run amok before. So it was your business to basically take care of them, which is why I did in Final Fantasy 7. But in Final Fantasy 13, there was this big, huge entity, this big red guy that basically comes by every now and then, and he just I don't know, but I'm not really interested in beating him because I don't really care. I mean, I basically already saved the world, so it's done. And so yeah, that's kind of how I feel about Cataclysm. The game is done. You've saved the world. The world is slowly becoming itself again. And now they have this other entity that says, well, there's still this big old guy over here. And that's exactly what Deathwing is to me. He's just this big, huge entity that wasn't as hard as the final boss, but you still need to kill him. For credit. For an achievement. For bragging rights. I don't know. But there he is. Go get him. And I'm just like, no. I've already beat this game. I've already read the lore, and now I don't want to beat something else. Not just that. World of Warcraft is starting to become like work now. Building up gold, the auction house. I feel like I'm working the stock market with this auction house thing. Some of the enemy skins are still the same. Quests are still the same. Overall, I mean, the world is gonna save itself, it seems. I mean, how would you feel if you found out the world was gonna end? I don't know. But that seems what World of Warcraft is trying to do. And Deathwing, for another thing. Deathwing was apparently this guy who made brief appearances during the Warcraft lore, and he apparently just disappeared all of a sudden, and but he was but I never even heard about that kind of stuff. Like, who the heck is this guy who was just you know, only around for a few days. That's like, I don't know. That's like going. That's like, yes, I have all this stuff, but I'm but and you know, I have all this. I have this mountain. I have this place. Okay, I just found it, and I know I should be writing this stuff down, but every time I do, every time I have one of these videos where I write stuff down, it's me just doing this and trying to talk. And I started speaking very monologue. It always comes better when it comes natural, and this is why this video is so long. Um, the you beating Deathwing is kind of like this. Beating the Lich King was like climbing Mount Everest. I mean, Mount Everest was way up there, and once you beat it, it was fulfilling. Once you got up to Mount Everest and you saw the view, it was fulfilling. It was like you knew you did a great thing. But beating Deathwing is like, well, we want you to go to that nearby village over there and you know, just hang out for a little while. It's like, all right, and there's a harder task. It's like than climbing Mount Everest, but not everybody has heard about it. We want you to do some kind of special surgery, or want you to do something more painful than climbing Mount Everest. But it's over in that small village over there, and those people over there, they're going to make you do it because you climb Mount Everest, and now they want you to see if you can do something else for them. I was like, no, I already climbed Mount Everest. Now I'm going to go home because I climbed Mount Everest. If I go to that nearby village and say, let somebody do stuff to me, they'll just make me look like an idiot. And so yeah, that's kind of how I feel about Cataclysm. That I'm not going to let people just do stuff to me because they think it's cool. I mean, the Lich King is dead, and now it's done. And now I'll just play another game. Maybe Blizzard needs to get off its arse and make another game, or start building storyline for another game, because it's done. You can't make me do stuff anymore, and I don't think anybody else really wants to. Anyway, I might uninstall World of Warcraft. There's a whole bunch of other games I want to play. I want to play Rift. Rift seems good, but it's just another parody. I've already played that game. I'm actually working on a game, but I'll put that on another video when I'm going to talk about Farsighter, because this was just supposed to be a World of Warcraft rant, but I'll talk about Farsighter in the next video.